Hey, this is Eric over at TechnoRV.com. I'm a full-time RVer, and I wouldn't travel anywhere without a tire pressure monitoring system. So in this video, I want to give you the details on the TST tire pressure monitoring system. So the first thing that you need to know, just as kind of an overview, is that when you're using a tire pressure monitoring system, you're essentially going to have a sensor that screws on to each valve stem, and then that's going to broadcast forward to a monitor that's going to sit with you in your truck or RV, and that is going to give you your pressure and your temperature of each tire position. So why is it important to have both pressure and temperature? The reason that it's important is because most blowouts are preceded by low pressure and high temperature. You get a nail in your tire starts to get low pressure, that drives the heat up on the tire, and ultimately high heat is what kills a tire. Boom, that's when you have a blowout. If you can be alarmed of these conditions as they're occurring, then it will oftentimes give you time to pull off the side of the road and deal with the issue before the blowout occurs. Okay, so we know that the sensor is going to give you that pressure and temperature. But what happens if you have an issue? Well, if you have a high temperature or a low pressure condition or a rapid pressure release, then you're going to get alarmed. So if you take a look at this monitor here, it's already showing that it's in alarm. It shows that it's low pressure. It's showing you the wheel position that is in alarm, which it's already started scrolling now, so it's actually off that position. But when you go into alarm, that tire position will start blinking. You'll get an audible alarm and a visual alarm. And to silence the audible alarm, you just hit any button on the front of the monitor, and that'll silence the audible alarm. But you're going to continue to get the little red LED light flashing, showing you're in alarm. And that's going to remain until you resolve whatever you're in alarm for. So when you go into alarm, again, you know the exact tire position that's in alarm. You know the exact point of data that's in alarm. Gives you time to get off the road, and you can go right back to that position and resolve whatever the issue is. Another awesome feature of the TST is that it auto scrolls. If you look at this unit right here, you'll see a tire position that's blinking, and every 5 seconds or so it'll move to the next tire position. Whichever tire position is blinking, that's the data that you're getting. So you see you have your temperature and your pressure here, and then again it's just auto scrolling. What this does, and it is an awesome feature, is that it means that while I'm driving, at a quick glance, I can always see what's going on. Now, I don't have to really keep an eye on it anyway, because I do know that it's going to alarm if I have an issue. But myself and RVers alike, we like to see that data. So as I'm driving down the road, my tires kind of start heating up just from the ambient temperature. I kind of like seeing that. It lets me know what my tires are doing in real time. You do have some sensor choices with the TST system, and so you either have what's called a cap sensor, which is basically just a little low profile little button sensor, or you can have what is called a flow-through sensor here. And the cap sensor is about 1 inch tall, and the flow-through sensor is about 2 inches. There, if you can see that. And the difference in these two is that the flow-through sensor allows you to air up your tire through the sensor, right, without taking it off of the valve stem. And so that's the advantage of the flow-through sensor. Now, you do need metal valve stems if you're going to use a flow-through sensor, whereas a cap sensor can go on a metal valve stem or a rubber valve stem. You can mix and match these. For example, on my Class A motorhome, I use the flow-through sensor. I tow a Jeep, and I have cap sensors on my tow vehicle. It's always recommended that you use cap sensors on a tow vehicle, usually because the wheel wells are shallower and this lower profile sensor works better, and oftentimes a tow vehicle has rubber valve stems as well. So keep that in mind. You can mix and match, like I said, whenever I had a fifth wheel and I was towing my fifth wheel with a F350, my fifth wheel had metal valve stems, and it kind of had some deeper wheel wells, and I did use the flow-through sensors, but a lot of times people with fifth wheels prefer caps. It's really a preference thing on that. Just know that the main standard that you need to be abiding by is only metal valve stems for the flow-through. Caps can be rubber or metal. Now this video is just an overview video. I have a lot more videos on TechnoRV's YouTube channel and on our product pages at TechnoRV.com about the sensors, their measurements, how much they weigh. Any details that you want to know about this system, I've got a video on it. But this is an overview, and so that gives you enough information there about these. Now, in addition, both of these sensors do have anti-theft features. And for both of them, the way that works is that each sensor will come with a brass nut. I've got a video on this too. You screw this brass nut onto the valve stem, and then you screw the sensor on after that. And then you'll have a little tool that comes with the kit that you just, boom, lock the brass nut back up against the sensor, and it essentially just locks it onto your valve stem. So if somebody came by and tried to take it off, they wouldn't be able to. Now, the thing about the anti-theft, you can use it or you don't have to use it. If you're like, nah, I really don't want to mess with doing that, you don't have to. These are not going to just come off of your valve stem if you don't do that. But if you like the extra security of the anti-theft feature, then absolutely the TST system does come with that. Now, another thing to know about these sensors is, and I guess it would be expected, but they're completely weatherproof. Obviously, these are in some harsh conditions. They're out on your valve stem, so any type of weather or anything, they completely can handle it. And so what you don't want to do is completely submerge these. So if you have a boat that you are wanting to put sensors on, then TST actually has a marine sensor. So we've talked about the cap, we've talked about the flow through, and now here is a marine sensor. And what this is this is a laser sealed sensor. And so if this was on a boat trailer, then it could be submerged and it would be completely fine. So keep that in mind. Most of the time for RVers, you're looking at that cap sensor, and that flow-through sensor is going to be what you'll get for your RV. But again, if you wanted the marine sensor for a marine application, then it certainly has it. Because the marine sensor is laser sealed, there is a battery in here, and it's a 4+ year battery life. It's not user replaceable. So that means that this battery will last about 4 years, and then you just throw it away and you just go buy another one. So also on the marine sensor, it does not have an anti-theft feature. So you would just put this on, say, your boat trailer. You can use it for RVs too if you'd like, if you just like the idea that it's got a long life battery in it. But again, the marine does not have the anti-theft feature on it. Talked about the laser sealed here and the fact that it's not user replaceable batteries. However, the cap and the flow through sensors that we just got through talking about, they have user replaceable batteries in them. So the cap takes a 2032 battery, the flow through takes a 1632 battery, and they last about a year, and then you just change them out. Most RVers love the idea that once these batteries deplete, you just open these sensors up, put another one in, and you're good for another year. I've got videos on how to change the batteries on these, so if you want to check that out and see how easy that is, then you can go to our YouTube channel and check that out. All right, programming the system. Super easy. TechnoRV, if you've ever bought from us before, you know that we, on our products, we provide something called the TechnoRV Learning Series. So in addition, not only do we have like just product knowledge information, but we've also got like install videos and things that we've made just for you. So when you buy your system from TechnoRV.com, you're going to get all this by email. So there's instructions that come with the TST system, but essentially you're programming each sensor to a particular tire position, so that if you were to go into alarm, you're going to know which tire to go to. So if you'll look at the monitor here, you'll see on this one, this is set up for my motorhome here and then my Jeep here. You can put over 100 sensors on this system here, and it can handle up to 4 different trailers. So if you had a towable, a boat, something else, whatever, then you could get sensors for each of those, and this is going to automatically recognize which particular item that you're towing behind you. It does that automatically once they're programmed in. So I'm not getting into all the program other than to just let you know you can do it. It's easy. We sell these online all the time, and our customers just program them up and they're happy with it. If you ever have any questions, of course, you can call us, chat with us, email us. We're always happy to help you. What about mounting options? All right, these kits are going to come with everything that you need. You're going to get your color monitor. TST was the first to market with a color monitor, and they're very brilliant, and I like them. They're easy to see. Keep in mind that any monitor that you have that's on a dash, if it gets direct sunlight, of course, we all know that can wash out kind of a screen and make it a little bit difficult to see. But I'm going to say probably 95% of the time when I'm going down the road at the different angles of the sun, I've got great view to my TST and I can see all of my data just fine. So how do we monitor these things? The system comes with your monitor, and it comes with a suction cup mount if you want to put it on a window. When I had my F350, I just put it on the front windshield. In my Class A, I've done a couple of things before. I have mounted it on my side window to where it's over here, to where at a quick glance I can see it. In addition, if you look down at this one here, this little mat here, this rubber dash pad, that also comes with the system. So it's easy to just set it up on your dash, set the monitor up in it, and you're good to go. 2 mounting options you get. So you get your monitor, 2 mounting options, as many sensors as you want. You'll just, when you place your order at TechnoRV, you just notate how many sensors that you want, whether it's cap, flow through, or a combination of both. You get all of your anti-theft locking nuts, and you get a power supply. So the power supply is USB. It's a USB cable, so you could just plug it straight into a USB. But it's also got the little 12-volt chunk on it too, so if you have a cigarette lighter, you can plug into that. Now, the good thing about these monitors is I can get about 16 to 20 hours of continuous usage off the cable. So I never leave mine plugged in while I'm going down the road. It's one less cable hanging off the dash for me, so while I'm driving down the road, it's not plugged in. If during a particular leg of a trip, I see that my battery indicator light is starting to go down, which if you'll look on this screen here, you can see the battery indicator right over here. If I see that start to go down on a particular leg of a trip, that night I'll give it a charge for 3 or 4 hours, and I'm good for another 16 to 20 hours. So you can do that how you want. If you want to leave it plugged in all the time, then you're welcome to do that. That's just not how I do it. So TST has a great warranty. It's a 3-year comprehensive warranty. And what I mean by comprehensive is if anything is not working the way that it should be within that 3-year period, the company TST will take care of it. They have great customer service, and they know RVers, and they know that if there's something wrong with your system, that it needs to be resolved quickly. Now, you're getting your system from TechnoRV.com, so you've got us to call for support as well. So we help people, we troubleshoot, we help answer questions. So you can always email, chat with us, or call in to us directly. If there's something that we need to get TST involved with, then we will certainly do that as well. This little presentation here is pretty much the demo that Tammy and I do at RV shows. It's just a brief overview of the TST system and all its features. I hope it answered all of your questions, and if it didn't, then you know that you can call us, email, or chat with us, and that we will answer any question that you have. If you're ready to buy your TST system, then you can certainly go to TechnoRV.com and do that. And we also, as RVers, know that we need to ship quickly, so that's exactly what we do, because we know RVers are moving around. So I hope you enjoyed learning everything that you need to know about the TST tire pressure monitoring system.